Evening folks, welcome back to Curb Clippers. Welcome back to Monday night M1 Pro Club action. It's rounds number 9 and 10 from Watkins, Glen. I'm your host Fry once again. The American leg of our championship continues. Only 3 weeks to go now. We've got tonight at Watkins, Glen, next week at Road America, then the finale at Monza Classic. All eyes tonight on championship leader FRY-DIZ. And DIZ claim his first championship leader. He's got a Pro-Am medal to his name. He's going to have to get around Atto. Wherever he is, there he is. And Blackfire are his main contenders at the moment. Only 6 of the 7 rounds counting, so it's a bit hard to really comment on the championship too much, but those 3 are still the 3 main players. Johnny B falling back a little bit last week after dramas at Long Beach. And we're just getting in to qualifying here. 11 and a half minutes to go qualifying. Yet for anyone to set a time. Well, Deck's just put in a 2-minute. Don't think that's particularly competitive. First driver to go anywhere near to a time. 151, but there we go. Blackfire 147.2. Early marker. Number 99, Blackfire. Ooh, Baggy goes pretty close, 7 temps off. Dipping into the 47s as well, 47.9 for Baggy. Looked quicker practice, did Baggy. Actually had the outright fastest lap. Not in the outright championship battle, but showing great speed since he joined us. He pulls himself up into 3rd spot. Daz with a little bit of work to do down in 4th. Kev's in 5th suddenly. His time's starting to shake down a little bit now. 9 minutes to go in the session. Goldie's got 149.4 in. Currently leading the way in the Pro-Am guys. Goldie possibly too quick for Pro-Am, but as he missed a couple of rounds, we'll put him in there. See how he gets on. Gets sat at some redwood in the bike. Daz has improved. 146.9. Shares the front row to grab a blank file now. And he comes through the bus stop, down the carousel. There's thunderstorms in the forecast tonight. Oh, so we have a disconnect as well. Is that good? Somebody's just dropped out. Hopefully they'll have time to just sneak back in, but that might mean they're starting from the back row to grid it. The goalie? Yeah, it's goalie, isn't it? Hopefully goalie can sneak back in. Oh, as Dazza comes cropping out, bounces off the armpit on the inside. Oh, clips curve on the inside, smacks the wall on the outside. That only refresh. Wow, Blankfile's just set an insane lap time. 1:45.5 for Blankfile. Oh, there's Baggy as well in response. Track's getting faster, and Attu as well. Punching lap times in. 1:46.0 for Baggy, 1:46.1 for Attu. Just half a second adrift of Blankfile's pole time. Johnny B pulls himself up into 4th spot as well. 1:46.4. Second separating those top 4. Dazza finds himself down in 5th now. A little bit of work to do. Hopefully we'll see Goldie drop back into the room in a second, unless he's having a massive internet failure. There he is, nice work Goldie, jumps back in. Might even have a chance to get a lap time in. Depth Paint's closed that gap to the top 5 a little bit. Sort of best of the rest at the moment. Kev's lacking a little bit of speed, Andrew with some work to do. And then down into the Pro-Am guys, sat as a set time, Redwood looking off the pace. Goldie just getting back out there. 5 minutes to go on the clock. And then Motormouth chilling in the pits, so Motor might just be going from the back of the grid. Dazza's improved just a fraction. Not enough though. It's down another hot one. Here he goes, just in Blankfile's slipstream here. Let's jump on the bumper of Dazza here. Comes around the bus stop. Down the carousel. One out, one on the left here. Right, these super fast, super swooping turns here at Watkins Glen. All about carrying as much momentum as possible, doesn't matter what class you're in. Just 4 minutes left on the clock here. Dazza down in 5th spot, championship leader. Looking for some improvement. Might be just catching a little tail off a Blankfile up ahead. A little bit hot there, a little four-wheel drift on entry. Tucks in nicely over the brow of the hill there. Camber's definitely against you as you come around there. Full commitment into here. It's just a lift in most cars. Little dab of the brake here sometimes. Not bad that from Dazza. This might be a bit of an improvement here. He's kept Blankfile pretty close. Not this time. Blankfile up ahead, still the man to beat. 1:45.5s. Oh, Oh, Johnny B picks up a penalty. Speeding in the pits, I think. You'll regret that. We're going to be a 2... Yeah, 1 place. That's a handy little boost for Daz there. Just 2.5 minutes left now. Top 4 separated by a second. Blank Fire looking at the man to beat. They get one more lap in here, Blank Fire. That'll be his last run. Same goes for Dazza as well. Dazza's already going to get promoted up to 4th. Yeah, so Dazza currently leading the way on 110 points ahead of Blank Fire, who's on 100 points. And then we've got Atu on 91 points, but Atu's already missed a round, so the drop round's going to help Atu out. It gives a net gain of 16 points, which is Daz's worst score, so that leaves Atu only the equivalent of 3 points behind. And so those 3 really are close at the top, 10 points in it. Effectively we're splitting up the 3 of them. 3 rounds to go: Watkins, Glen, Road America, Monza Historic. And then yeah, and then best of the rest is Sender in 4th, 73. Johnny B is 5th on 64. And then leader in Param at the moment, Satis is 6th on 41. Had a deck paint on 32. Buzz and Hornet is not here again tonight. Hopefully you'll see Buzz here back soon on 29. And then Baggy, who's only just joined the championship but already got himself up into 9th spot on 26 points. Redwood in 10th on 24. And then it's tied actually with Goalie on 24 and Angie Eli on 12 on 23. So those 3 are all pretty close together. Goalie, Redwood and Angie. And then Motormouth on 16 and Kit Novelli 4. Twisted 3. Rounds out your championship. Doesn't look like there's much improvement here. We've stayed on board for Dazza for all of this one. Blank File's in the pits. Most people are in the pits. Dazza comes out the final corner. He's going to get himself P4 anyway thanks to Johnny's penalty, but can he go any higher? No, he can't. Baggy's going slowly. He's on a lap. So coming up next, we've got round number 9 of the Cloud Clippers M1 Pro Club. 15-minute sprint race. Heavy cloud conditions all the way. Shall see if Atu's got anything to say about this pole position. He's got just under 6 tenths to find. Whoa, grabs a little bit of curve there. Gets it turned in though. It's not perfect, but it's not great, not bad. Runs for the line. Oh, and he next pole. Great lap Atu. 0.08 of a second. Steals pole position away from Blank File. Awesome stuff. Yeah, that is definitely it now. Yeah. Yeah. Everyone else is cruising. What a lap from Atu that was. At the death, making the most of that rubbing in track, and that'll give him pole position for round number 9 with a 1:45.455. Right then, just a quick 2-minute loading screen while the ladies and gentlemen sort out their tyres and fuel, etc. So, out he goes from pole, perched there on top of the hill, alongside him, blank file. 30 curb clippers cups between them, those two. Front row of the grids where they used to be in. They got Baggy, decent result for Baggy for qualifying now in 3rd spot. Championship leader Dazza promoted up to 4th, just ahead of Johnny B in 5th. And Deck Paint in 6th spot. Kevs will go from 7th. Goalie in 8th. Angie, she goes from 9th. Satis in 10th. Redwood in 11th, and I'm bringing up the rear Motormouth 12th. And we're getting pretty close to getting racing. View of Atty's pole sitting car down the hill at Watkins, going into turn 1. Tricky little right-hander. Plenty of run-off area though, but you don't want to be using it too much, or the stewards are going to be having a word. And we're about to get ready to go racing it. 15-minute sprint race, round number 9. Curb Clippers M1 Pro Club about to get underway here at Watkins Glen. Lights out, and we're off. Decent start there from Blank File on the outside. Great start from Blank File on the outside. He's going to lean into turn 1, I think. Yep, out he's forced to tuck in behind. Dazza gets the best of Baggy as well, so the outside line faster there. A bit more grip on the outside perhaps. Just launched them off well. I think everybody's through cleanly as well. Decent start from everybody. Black File leads them up over the brow of the hill. Out here in the slipstream. Looks to the outside already. These two just got a little jump ahead of Dazza and the rest of the pack. They come down side by side into the bus stop for the first time. Blank holds on. They touch. That slows up Blank File. Dazza sneaks through. Dazza sneaks through to the lead. Everybody else sort of gets held up behind. Great driving from Dazza there. Atty and Blank File holding each other up through the bus stop. Now it's tight. Oh, Kev Sender there, just all over the back of them. Whoa! Baggy, is that losing it? Oh, and he clips and there's a roll. Deck Paint on his roof. Oh, and then Redwood. Oh no! It's Atty as well. It's Atty as well. Atty's championship hopes. Oh my days. Deck Paint's upside down. Redwood's dead. Atty, that all started a long, long time ago when Blank File and Atty had contact in the bus stop. Wow. It's the end of lap 1. It's not even lap 2 yet. Dazza leads away by 1.5 seconds. Over Blank File in 2nd, Johnny B in 3rd. Kevs is up to 4th, Goalie in 5th, Baggy 6th, Angie 7th, Satis in 8th. Basically those 8 survived that. I think Motormouth just about, yeah, he got through. He's got a bit of damage, but wow. But I'm going to have to watch that one back to try and make any sense of it beyond the first contact through the bus stop. But it looked like Atty got tangled up together with somebody else as they came out the bottom of the 2nd carousel, and then all hell broke loose. I don't think Deck Paint had anywhere to go then, to be fair to the lad. So it looked just like a big racing incident to me. But this is all playing into Melted Dazza's hands. You can't believe his luck. Qualified 5th, got promoted to 4th. Snuck through, literally nicked through that gap, scuffed the wing mirror off the M1, almost getting past Atty to get into the lead. And now it looks like he's got good pace, because Blank File, who doesn't seem to have a lot of damage, isn't immediately closing up on him, as Johnny B and Kevs have a little conjured on over 3rd spot. A little bit of a gap opening up here actually. We've missed something slightly further back there, just dropped Baggy off the pace. Actually, I think maybe, was it Baggy who ended up clipping Atty? We'll have to watch it back. I'll stop speculating. My brain can't even remember. Gap's closing at the front. We do have a retirement, which I think is, well, it was deck paint. One of deck paint stuck on his roof, retired, unfortunately. And yeah, a couple more guys retiring there from the pit stop, as you'd kind of expect, to be honest. Atu's still in the pits. He's getting lowered down. I mean, there's a point in it for Atu. He's already lost his drop round, so he may as well keep going for his 1 point. Oh, as Baggy's made his way up to third here, so Kevs and Goalie have lost out. So Baggy's back up to third. Probably expecting him to stay there on pace now, but it's this battle at the front here. Just at the end of lap 2 as well. Believe it or not. It's down to a 2-horse brace at the front almost. So Daz has got effective, Daz has a 10-point lead over Blank File in the championship. And they both have to drop around as well, so Atu was actually Daz's main competitor coming into this mathematically, so the fact that Atu's had a complete nightmare in race 1 is amazing news for Dazza. It won't be the end of the world if he loses out to Blank here as far as his championship goes. He just needs to stay consistent, keep the finger on the black stuff, and get it home like firmly on the podium, and it's going to be looking damn good for Dazza tonight. Black fall into the slipstream here. Hello Dragnauts, mate. Good to hear from you, buddy. Hello everyone in the chat as well. I know I'm always rubbish keeping up with it, but I'm trying to do my best at practicing, reading and talking at the same time. So as we just tick under 10 minutes to go in this one, round number 9. Battle for the lead raging on. Baggy kind of isolated now in 3rd spot. 5 seconds back. Goalie's driving well actually. Good pace from Goalie tonight. Stayed out of trouble, missed out on all that drama. 4th spot, we'll be pleased with that. Angie as well, running nicely up in the points in 5th. He's got the better Johnny B here. Johnny B down to 6th. And then Satish once again leading the way in Pro-Am. There's the 2 leaders across the line, nose to tail, less than a 10th in it. Absolutely insane dramas on lap 1. Can't wait to watch that back. I think we pretty much caught most of it, didn't we? That was mad. Costly for Atu. That's a hanging on here. Might not be the easiest thing in the world to get past. It's a wide, fast circuit, Watkins Glen, but without the massive amount of low speed corners, there's not a huge load of braking area opportunities. There are a few. Down into turn 1. Especially. And down into the bus stop, I guess. 2 major ones. But Dazzle will fancy his chances of hanging on here. Rest of the field pretty much spread out, so we'll stick with these 2 for the rest of the race if it stays like this. That first lap accident giving us a little bit of field spread. Oh, as Dazzle runs a little bit wide out on the curb here. He'll still have the inside though, he'll be able to defend it. Does so. Just see Baggy coming around the corner there in the background, still 5 seconds back. He's matching these 2 for lap times, but he's going to need them to start holding each other up if he wants anything to say in this race, as far as the win goes. Heading on to lap number 5. Just 0.2 seconds separating the 2 leaders. Goldie still running 1 in 4th. Breaking down to the first corner here. Angie just a little bit behind him in 5th. Good result for those 2 if they hang on. Meanwhile, the Blank File Dazzler show continues. 7 minutes left. Whoa, little wobble there from Blackfile. Just saw that M1 car just load up on its outside rear wheel and wiggle back the other way. He gathered it up though. Dazza driving really well there. He's got that sniff of that championship well and truly in his nostrils here as Dazza. I'm loving to see it as well. It would be awesome to have another new champion here at Curb Clippers. It's been a little while. Because without running around in 10th spot, 21 seconds behind, yeah, 21 seconds behind Kev's. Unless Kev stacks it, he's unlikely to catch him. He's only going to get 1 point tonight. If Dazza can Nick put 20 on the board here, I think that almost, or even 17 to be honest, like I keep saying. He'll want to fight Blackfile, but he won't want to risk damage or jeopardising this top 2 position, that's for sure. Blackfile might know that as well. Blackfile's smart. He'll know that Dazza won't want to take too many risks, whereas Blackfile needs maximum points as much as he can really. He's chasing this championship. Through the bus stop once more. Dazza just in the middle of the road there a little bit. Just made him run a little bit deep. This might be Blackfile's chance here. That's not great. Oh dear. Costly. This could be Baggy's shot here. They're both going to have big damage now. Wonder how bad it is. Sticky action there. They both just drifted to the middle of the road there a little bit, was my take on that. There was opportunity to come out of there side by side, but they both ended up in the middle, so initially a racing incident I would say, but this is Baggy's going to smell blood here. I think Blackfile certainly came off the worst. He got sandwiched there, didn't he, between Dazza's car and the wall, so Blackfile definitely suffering the worst. Oh, as he clips the wall again there. He'll probably hang on for third though. Goldie's a little way back. The question is here now, can Dazza hold off Baggy for what's going to be another 3 laps? I think Baggy's in with a great shot here. Depends how bad the damage is. Just jump on board. It's Dazza's car up ahead. Dazza actually really lucky to come out of that contact. When they started to go then I thought that was going to be serious bad news for Dazza, but he sort of used Blackfile's car to cushion the blow off the wall, came off at a decent angle, and he's at least travelling at the kind of speed which is going to, at the moment, guarantee him second spot. But I think first place might be in jeopardy here. And Baggy would have just seen that contact happen ahead as well. Or certainly noticed them both sew up, so he'll be expecting Dazza to be running with damage here. And he'll fancy his own chances. Meanwhile, Kevs is just on the tail of motor mouth here for what will be 8th spot. Ducks to the inside. Into the braking for turn 1. Gets the move done nicely there. Oh, runs in a little bit deep. Oh, motor mouth just does quite a good job of avoiding them actually there. Just checks up a little bit. Nice driving from both those guys. Oh, as somebody else has retired. What's happening there? Is that Angie's disconnected? Oh, Angie, poor Angie. Nothing but internet woes for Angie at the moment. But Angie will get P10. Yes? Yeah. Yeah, 100%. That gives Atio another point. These kind of little things make a difference in the championship. As we come over with what will be 2 laps to go. That's what it looks like. Yeah, he's lost, what's he lost? 1.4 seconds. He's lost on the last lap and he's 1.6 seconds ahead. So this, if they keep lapping like they are, is going to come down to a 1 lap shootout. I fancy Baggy chances again. Like I say, if Baggy can catch him without the area damage, he might just be able to breeze past on the straights there. You'll see him closing the gap here. Yeah, Daz is running wounded it. Gingerly through the bus stop. Oh! Whoa! Another bit of mad lag. I was worried for a second then he was... worried he was completely going to die. A rare lag spike from Daz there. Blackfall is just slipping back into the clutches here, potentially, of goalie as well. Goalie might smell a podium. And Baggy definitely smells a win. Crazy race already. Attu, sort of equivalently second in the championship, involved in lap 1. Mega crash. Deck paint rolled. They took out Redwood as well. Split the field up. Left Attu and Blank running at the front. Contact between those two. No, sorry, left Attu and Daz are running at the front. The Blank and Daz are running at the front. Contact between those two. After a pretty epic battle has left this situation. 1 lap to go, white flag in the air. Same still applies. Daz is going to want to win, but he isn't going to want to risk losing out on points for second place as well. Dazza just can't hold the speed. I think he might be in trouble here. Baggy's in the slipstream, looks one way, looks the other. Blackfall does cut. Dazza does cover. Baggy to the outside, he'll commit. Late on the brakes. Gets the job done. Whoa, Dazza has a little wobble. He'll be alright. Baggy's going to be on for his first win here. Taking advantage there fully. Dazza, like I say, shouldn't be too disappointed with second spot, especially after all those dramas. But Baggy's taking advantage. He was off the road himself on the early doors, scuffed the barrier. That's what dropped him down about those 5 seconds that he was behind. But the incident between Melted Dazza and Blankfall was the only opportunity that Baggy needed. He comes into the complex for the final time. So round number 9 of the Curb Clippers M1 Pro Club is going to go to Baggy. His first ever win at Curb Clippers. Well done, Baggy, mate. Great drive. Awesome stuff. Crosses the line and takes the win. Dazza comes home in second place. Slightly unlucky not to get the win, but he'd extend his championship lead with that. Blankfall home in third spot. Him and Dazza just ended up on the same bit of real estate there when they were fighting for the lead. But he did hold off goalie, who comes home in a solid 4th place. Great driving from goalie actually for 4th. And then Satis as well. Meanwhile, I don't quite know what's happened to Johnny B this race. He's been drifting backwards. We haven't actually seen him have any dramas, but Satis has got 5th. Which is awesome stuff. And then Johnny B's going to come home in 6th. Not getting on too well in the M1 Pro Club is Johnny B. Still battling away though. And then Kevs, who was on the tail end of the leading pack, but has obviously come across as somewhere that we've missed. Ooh, has one last scuff at the wall. But he'll be coming home in 7th spot. And Attu actually, despite being involved in that mega wreck, got himself in the pits, got himself fixed up to an extent, and is cruising home in 8th spot, which is actually worth 4 points. So he saved it there a little bit, as Attu. Motormouth is presumably somewhere in and around these orange cones. Oh, there he is. With the game. He's probably already finished it. I think he's lapped down Motormouth in him. Well, there we go. That's round number 9 in the bank. Just crossed my associate Siri for the reverse grid draw here. Pick a random number between 6 and 10.
The answer is 6.
Smallest possible reverse grid draw. Just going to put Johnny B on pole and sat us up alongside him. Just grab a quick shot of these. Yeah, and we lost Angie to disconnect, so we're going to give Angie 10th spot. So it'll be Baggy. Baggy takes the win. Well done to Baggy. Dazza gets second, and then Blankfell rounds out the podium in third. Goldie 4th, Satis 5th, Johnny B 6th, Kev 7th, Atu will take 8th, and then Motormouth will get 9th, Angie will get 10th, Redwood will be in 11th, and Deckpain in 12th after they retired in that one crash. Right, let's get back to the lobby. We'll get the 20-minute race set up, which is going to drive from the heavy cloud into a thunderstorm, back into heavy cloud. Some talk about starting on wets, starting on dries. I mean, I personally would be starting on dries and pitting for wets. But, oh, here we go. Try and get this set up. 4 slots, heavy cloud. Heavy cloud. Because the weather forecast at the circuit today, it was pop-up thunderstorms. So we're getting a pop-up thunderstorm. Like so. Current date. 20 minutes, sync to race, standing start, practice off, qualifying off. Right then. Right now, round number 10. We're coming up. Like I say, 20-minute race. Mixed weather. Pop-up thunderstorm incoming. 12 drivers. Angie's back in the lobby, that's good. Yeah, and then we're going to get... So it's going to be Johnny B from pole alongside Satis, and then Goalie will be third, Blankfell 4th, Dazza 5th, and Baggy will go from 6th, and then it'll be as they finished. Which will actually be Kev 7th, Atu 8th, Motormouth 9th. And then ideally we'd have Angie in 10th, but I didn't really mind. The guys don't mind too much. Yep. Oh, he's done it right. Yeah, Angie 10th, Redwood 11th, Deckpaint 12th. That is the grid. Right, so this one's going to be a 20-minute race. I didn't expect the thunderstorm on the radar to arrive after about 10 minutes. Which is definitely going to mix it up. I don't really know what's going to happen here. I think FRY-DIZ was definitely talking about starting on wets. He reckoned it was quicker to tiptoe around for 10 minutes on wets than it is to pit, but again, to me that seems a little bit dangerous, especially as a championship leader. My inclination if I was driving in this would be to start on dries and start brim with fuel, start with enough fuel for the race, start on slicks, and then have a pit for wets as soon as the rain starts, because we know from this brief practice session we had in the lobby beforehand that the rain comes in pretty damn quick. So, you know, even if you're halfway around the lap, you're going to lose loads of time. You almost want to try and guess half a lap before the rain comes to get onto the wets. Maybe that's a shout. So I just think if you're driving for 2 minutes on those wet tyres and totally bone dry tarmac, you're going to burn them off. But I haven't been testing this car, so I expect people know more than me. We're going to find out anyway. It's going to be quite interesting. I hope there are some different strategies there. It'll be interesting to see how it all pans out, because of course some of the first 20 minutes of the race is going to be the first lap behind the safety car. So I guess you're only going to be potentially racing in anger for 8 minutes on the wet tyres, so yeah, I mean, maybe. But here we go, information from Discord, DIZ is committed to wets. Let's see what happens here, folks. So championship leader DIZ is starting this race on wet tyres because he knows it's going to rain. That's a gamble. Johnny B handily coming from first on the grid to lead the race. That's quite pretty as they all fan out over the hill. So your grid once again will be Johnny B leading the way from Satis, and then you're going to have Goldie and Blank be lined up behind them in third or fourth. Dazza in fifth, Baggy in sixth, and then as they finish the last race, Kevs will be in seventh, Atu in eighth. Watch for Atu trying to come through the pack. Motormouth in ninth, Angie in 10th after a disconnect, and then Redwood and Deckpaint in 11th and 12th after getting caught up in that first lap crash in round number 9. And here we go. I wonder if, I mean, Johnny B gets to control this. Everyone that started on wets is going to want this safety car lap to go as slowly as possible. Everyone that's starting on the dries is going to want it to hurry up. I don't get any useful stuff, do I? Even if I put their speed up, it doesn't tell me what tyres they're on. Johnny B seems to be on a bit of a cruise there. I'm wondering if Johnny B might have gone for the wet tyre option. I guess we'll find out we're going to find out pretty quickly when the race gets going who's on what tyre. I'm going to say everyone weaving's on the slick. And I'm going to guess that Johnny B might be on the wet, the speed at which he's approaching this outlap. Oh, he's doing like 8, yeah, that's about normal, isn't it? Yeah, so you've already ticked through 2 minutes of race time here, so it's the rain's about 7 minutes away. Oh, as we lose Angie to a disconnect again. Poor Angie. Right now, round number 10. Curb Clippers M1 Pro Club. About to get underway. Johnny B bringing them round, leading the field. Restarts on him. Looks like he's going to wait right up until the last moment, which for us is the last corner. He's going to give it beans now. Does so. Leads him out the turn. Satis napping there a little bit. Johnny B's got a good jump on him. Everyone else nice and cleanly through. Baggy with Kevs right up and behind him. Oh, and that's a little bit of a... Is that Goldie running wide already? Blank file up into second spot already. Yep. So Goldie messed up the first turn there. Cost himself a couple of spots. That's it. On those wet tyres. Gets driven around. See, that tells to me that looks like all of this front lot potentially are leading out on the slicks. Black file up the inside of Satis into the bus stop. Gets the move done. Satis turns in behind. 2.2 seconds the lead Johnny B's got at the moment. Baggy just slides up the inside of Satis. So potentially Satis is on the wet tyres as well, or he's just getting swamped a little bit here as Kevs and Blank File make their way through, and Atu, sorry, make their way through. And goalie. Satis just drops down to 7, but at least he didn't get put in a wall. It's not too bad. Dazza's in 8th place. Trundling it, so he's 6 seconds back already after 1 lap. 6.3 seconds back, so he's tumbling backwards. So, oh, this strategy is going to be interesting. So if he loses, you know, even so if this is going to stay dry for about another 3 laps, potentially. So if he loses 6 seconds a lap, I can see why he's tried it. There's some logic to it there as he falls down to 9th spot. Oh, just has a bit of contact with Satis. Oh, Satis as well to keep out of the barrier. Johnny B and Blank Fire lead the way. Baggy dips a wheel on the grass, little slide. Oh, hung on to that well. Great driving. Kevs and Atu going to be side by side down the main straight. Cross start finish line. Heading on to lap number 4. Sorry, lap number 3. Kevs defends well. Side by side up the hill. Nice move that from Atu. Just great driving from Kevs as well. And they battled on these top 5 pretty damn close together. We'll jump on board with Kevs. As the top 3 streaming to the bus stop up ahead. Atu defends to the inside. That will affect his run through here a little bit. Oh, snagged a bit of curve as well. Let's check in with Dazza. Sliding around a little bit. He's going to come back to him this race though. Potentially 10 seconds back now, 10.8 seconds back. Fascinating bit of strategy here. Oh, Johnny B dips a little wheel on the grass, but continues to lead the way. Johnny B from Blank File. He's away from Baggy in 3rd, Atu in 4th, Kev's 5th. Goalie doing well in 6th. Deck Paint hanging on nicely in 7th actually, from the back of the grid. These top 7 motor mouths now past Dazza though, so Dazza really is starting to suffer here. He's only 14 seconds back though. And then Satis, I wonder, so Satis is falling back a little bit with Dazza. I mean, I know Satis only pro am, but so I've got a suspicion that Satis might have tried that Dazza strategy and then potentially Red Bull as well. Because those 3 really are falling away here. But they're not going to have to stop for tyres. But with the sync to race, you never quite know when the rain is actually going to come in. We expect it around halfway, which will be in 3 minutes' time. Oh, wipers on, wipers on. This is soon enough. This is soon enough for Dazza, I think. He's already... Oh, actually, just as I mentioned Deck Paint's had an incident, so he's down to 9th. He's actually fallen off the pace here. So where are these guys as well? They're about halfway around the lap here. They've got 17 seconds on Daz at the moment. What do you reckon in the chat, folks? Is this a master stroke from Dazza? Is this just another full bit of genius? Has he played an absolute blinder here? He's 18 seconds back from the race leaders. The rain's coming down hard. They're going to have to dive for the pit lane here. It's way too risky to risk another lap on slicks. It's going to absolutely throw a bucket on him. These 3 are really close together though. They're 19. They are still pulling away from Dazza. It's 20 seconds now. And then potentially as well, even if Dazza's out ahead, he's burnt his wet tyres off, you know. These guys are going to be coming out on fresh wets. So it might not, even if Dazza has the lead, which I think he probably will do. Somebody's staying out. Atu's staying out. Big ups Atu on the stay out. Atu stays out. One more lap he fancies on his slick tyres. Unless he's been on the wets all along, but I mean if he has, that's unbelievable driving to be that close, but At the moment, everybody else dies for the pits. Johnny B's going to be the first one to roll. Here comes Dazza out of the final turn. On the wets. Johnny B's moving. Johnny B's moving. Dazza's moving faster though. A lot faster, so Dazza is. It's a net gain at the moment for Daz. In fact, it's a huge gain. Fair play, he figured it out. A huge gain, 16 seconds EVs for 15 seconds already. So how much damage did he do to the wet tyres? He's got 10 minutes to hang on. I think that's worked out well though. A couple of these guys near the back are all in the pits now. Deck, Redwood, all in the pits. I think Motormouth, we've lost Motormouth to retirement as well, and Angie to disconnect as well on the pace lap. But the race between these guys that started on dry tyres is still raging on. Backie's got himself ahead of Blank File, and Johnny B's actually had a faster pit stop than both these two, because Johnny B's got himself out, got himself a little 3-second gap. So I think the only thing that I'm seeing here possibly is now I think Atu might be trying, and I think he might be failing just by judging how wet it is. He might have been trying to start on slicks and just stay on slicks the whole way, because the rain's going to stop in a minute, but that's not drivable, is it really? I think he might have just cost himself. It was worth a gamble, to be fair, after the dramas in race 1, but I think we're going to see him sliver into the pit lane here, because I think that's just become undrivable. Or is he just going to commit? Yeah, he's coming in. So Melted Dazza is going to lead the race, but hold the phone, because Johnny B is closing that gap. So he's lost out big time there. That was one lap too many on the slick tyres. But the gap back to Johnny B is suddenly nowhere near as big as it was already when Johnny B came out of the pits. Just under 9 minutes to go. Oh, Dazza's facing backwards. So Dazza has frazzled his tyres just enough, and more combination of that and the wet curbs that it's actually ended up spinning all of that net gain that he made. He's down to 3rd spot now. But again, still, I mean, with Atu still, I guess where's Atu now? He's coming out, look at Atu, way down now, way down, 7th spot. Again, for... Wait. No, Dazza, there he is, sorry. If Dazza can hang on in 3rd place. But I think he's, look, yeah, he's struggling, look. It has, it's taken too much out of them. He's got to the rain, but he's got to the rain on tyres that were... Oh, costly. I thought for a second it was a masterstroke. It looked like a masterstroke, but now that here comes Atu even past him. It's all unravelling for Dazza here. I don't know if he maybe got some damage as well, but his wet tyres have just given up. Oh, well, I have no idea what this is going to do for the championship now, because we've got Atu and... Oh, Baggy's had dramas as well. Baggy's has been in the wall. So suddenly Johnny B, starting from pole position, leading out the race, as the thunderstorms come in, kept his nose clean, 5 seconds ahead of Blank File, who will definitely be Dazza's nearest rival after these results. I can't believe that for Dazza. How's he getting on now? Oh, it looks like a struggle bus to me. Is that pure just tyre wear? Yes, it must be. He came out, he went from into about 17 seconds behind, he went to 17 seconds ahead. Oh yeah, it's just struggling. And look what he'll do when he just dive for the pits for a fresh set of... Yeah, I guess you've got to try and get you... Poor Dazza, that is not what he wanted at all. Johnny B continues to lead the way. Very slowly. I think this is a struggle bus now for everybody. It's lighting it in the air. Track is absolutely soaking wet. Johnny B's driving really well to hang on to this actually. Blankfire not really able to put any pressure on, but at the moment, the way this is panning out, second place is going to be an amazing result for Blankfire. Kev's driving fantastically in third, picking his way through this torrential rain beautifully in that red and blue M1. It's been an amazing podium for Kevs if he can hang on. Sticking in Blankfire's wheel tracks, these top three. We should... No, Daz are still in the pits, by the way. Oh, as Redwood leaves the session as well, so actually Redwood will be classified in 9th and Motormouth will get 10th, I believe, or is it? Who actually lost it? That is still running. Satis is still running. So we lost Redwood, Motormouth, Angie, and somebody else. But anyway, at the moment, what that means is for Dazza is that even if he just continues to just rotate for the next 5 minutes, he's going to come home in 8th. But interested to hear from Dazza after this race what actually happened there, whether he did burn his tyres out or whether it was just damage he picked up. Because that car suddenly went from being... He got it through to the wet weather. Oh, it's Blankfire's made a mistake. Blankfire's lost second spot. Blankfire's hooked the puddle. But yeah, just to finish what I was saying about Dazza, he looked for all the world like he pulled a masterstroke with that strategy, and then it all just came undone pretty quickly. But just as I was bigging Kevs up for getting into third, he's up into second with that Blankfire mistake. Johnny B now enjoys a 10-second advantage though, and the rain comes to an end. So the circuit will just start to dry up a little bit now for the last 4 minutes. No advantage for stopping for slicks obviously, but we'll just start to get a little bit more drivable for these guys. Dazzle, we're hoping that others have dramas, but at the moment that looks unlikely. Johnny B leading the way, lights ablaze. 4 minutes left on the clock. 2 more laps to go when he completes this one. Kev's looking good for second spot. That'll be his best result of the season. Bit of a war of attrition though, only 8 runners left. Blankfire hanging on for third. He missed what happened to him last lap, but doesn't seem to have picked up any damage. Goldie running decently in the points again in fourth. Right without it for company if the Pistas Houses cameraman can sort himself out. These two will go side by side. Atto on the outside, Goldie on the inside. Good defending there from Goldie. He jinks one way then the other. Oh, I think he just went to zoom out the other way and just clipped the tail end of Goldie there, but no harm done. Oh, Goldie runs a little bit wide. I'll give Atto a chance to sneak up the inside here, I think. Get the pass done. Can try and hang it around the outside here. Can be done. Great driving from both of them. Oh, awesome stuff. He gets her up into 4th place. Not a good day for Atto's Championship, but a little bit of a recovery today. 4th, and with Dazzler having trouble as well. But the big winner tonight is Blankfire, I think, overall. We'll have to crunch the numbers, because I've definitely lost track. Not a top 5 for Goldie would be a good result. We missed Baggy's incident as well, but he's picked up a pretty heavy bit of nose end damage there. Oof, yeah, that looks hard to drive as well. Pulling to the right by the looks of it. And then Sat is still revolving in 7th. And the bruised banana. And then Dazzler's in the wall again. What has happened to Dazzler here? That is mad dramas for Dazzler. Oh. Kev's just fallen into the clutches of Blankfire there, battling for second spot. Kevs will be doing a massive favour to Atu and Moto Dazzler if he can hold Blackfire off here. White flag in the air for Johnny B. 1 lap to go. Round number 10 is almost in the bank for Johnny B. 13-second lead he's got here. Rain stopped. Cruising home. Battle for second, crosses the world. No, is that Kev's losing it in the puddle? It is. He's dropped it in the puddle. And Blackfire gets his way up into second place. Puddles build up there on the outside. I saw a lot of cars going there at practice, and then Kevs gets it sideways in turn 1. Noses the wall. He's got a bit of a gap here he can get it back into. I think Atu's going to get the better of him though as he gets going. Atu looks to the inside. Kev's actually quite kindly there, saw that they'd both gone the same way, gave him a bit of room. Great driving from Kevs. Slightly unfortunate to miss out on the podium if he does so here. So that was a good run until that last corner. What a dramatic race though, unbelievable. It's different strategies, we thought Dazzler had nailed it, and it all sort of went wrong. Johnny B been started the show already, he's 20 seconds out the road from everybody else now. After only managing 6th in the first race, he's taken full advantage of that reverse grid draw as Johnny B. In fact, there's a massive battle on for second now. It's a 4-way battle for second. What's happening here? Blackfire's gone. Blackfire's in the wall. Atu's up to second all of a sudden. So Johnny B's going to come out and win the race. There's Dazzler crippled at the pit lane entrance, but Dazzler will still get 8th spot. Johnny B wins round number 10. Great drive from Johnny B. Awesome stuff. Let's try and get back here. What's happened there then? We missed. But Blackfire's now in 5th. This is huge for the championship. This is bringing Atu straight back into it, and this is going to give Dazzler a massive let off. Blackfire's. He's still fighting here for 4th. It's contact with goalie. Looks like he's going to recover actually up to 4th here. What a mad last lap Blackfire's had. He's slow again though. Goalie's going to fancy his chances. Kevs meanwhile is going to get the podium that he probably deserved anyway before he had his own drivers. So Kev's done really well to get 3rd, and then Blackfire is going to get across the line in 4th here with goalie just behind him. There was a little bit of contact there in the last couple of corners, but nothing too bad that I saw. But there we go. Madness, and then Baggy's coming in 6th. Back here. Dazzler's already finished at 8th, but a lap down. Poor Dazzler, but I guess you'll be pleased to see Blackfire in 4th. That is a big difference, really. That last lap's made a world of difference for Dazzler's day. Baggy and Satis coming round in 6th and 7th. Baggy carrying some serious war wounds here. He picked that up pretty early on as well, did Baggy. He's done well to soldier on. And pick up some decent points in 6th. As does Satis. So with goalie dropping down into Pro-Am, well, not dropping down, but being in Pro-Am, which he wasn't necessarily going to be in because he's possibly a little bit too quick. Satis has definitely got something to worry about here with goalie now in the championship table, but he's not getting beaten by him too much. Baggy comes in 6th, Satis gets 7th, and that's finished the race. That completes all your runners. Another war of attrition there, but well done to Johnny B, who comes through from the reverse grid draw, getting pole to convert that into a win. Great drive from Johnny. Atu, after mad dramas, comes in 30 seconds behind, but in 2nd place. Kevs, after spinning out of the podium on the first corner of the last lap, ends up back on the podium in 3rd. Blackfire, after going from 2nd to 3rd to 5th, all on the last lap, ends up 4th. Goalie comes in 5th. Baggy, after early dramas, is 6th. Satis in 7th. Dazzler in 8th, and then we'll have to go back and try and count back to see if anybody gets, I guess, just in reverse order of when they disconnected, if anyone's been keeping track, Bruce, but I know I haven't. I'm off to watch Talladega. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. I'll be back next week with this. Might be here on Wednesday with the LMP 900, depends on how many people turn up. And Atu will be here for iRacing, and then we've got a team race on Saturday against the boys from Marmite and Motive. So I'll see you for all of them. Take care of yourself. Please do subscribe. And see you next week, if not before. Cheers, guys. Bye.